Hey, what's up, guys? It's Excuse Me, I'm Jack, and welcome finally to our How to Build Jurassic Park tutorial series. So, this video has been delayed for a while, honestly. I was supposed to film it immediately after my Jurassic World tutorial series, but I took a break because I actually didn't know what I was going to do. So, now I'm here. I have a plan. Everything is fine. Okay, so first off, before this video actually starts though, I would like to say that in the description below, you guys are going to be linked to a save file download. I suggest that if you guys are on PC, download that save file. If you guys are on console, um, I'm not gonna do a tutorial, um, because I tried to do I tried to do a tutorial. It didn't really work out well. It was confusing and I didn't really know how to explain what I was doing. I just basically placed a whole bunch of fences in the shape, and I don't know. Yeah, it was confusing, but yeah. If you guys are using PC, I recommend downloading it. Um, but I apologize for the console people that have to work their way through the trial and error that I had to go through to make the map. Um, but if you guys need help with that, I would recommend checking out Evolution Square's video. That's where I got the help from it. So thank you to her. Um, but I just have the save file just to make it a little bit easier. Okay. So I spent 5 hours making the save file yesterday. So it's kind of so yeah. See, see 5 hours. So let's just load the game. So on the save file or on Nexus, it'll tell you how to install the save file. So I'm not gonna show you guys how to install it right now, but this is just hoping that you guys have it. I will be working from the save file itself. So I'm just gonna click load. This is probably your first time loading it if you guys haven't already loaded it. But once you load it, you should be brought to a Isla Nublar 1993 sandbox map with all my settings, with all the helipads that we're using, and I placed the helipads with a mod, um, but I'm not using mods in this. So yeah, so literally the option to place more helipads have been disabled, but with the mod you are able to place multiple helipads. So it's disabled, so I'm not using the mod anymore. But I just put these down for you guys to have them. Okay. This is what the map looks like. So we are using the same method as Evolution Square. Again, check out her video. It shows you how to do it, and really amazing. I wouldn't be doing this tutorial without her help. Okay, so we have a couple of helipads stationed. We have our waterfall one, our main one, from the first beginning of the movie. It was kind of annoying that it would have been like, it would have been you know this. So I added a ranger station here just so we could have immediate access to the cars if we wanted to add the cars over here for like a screenshot or something. Um, Again, I wasn't really planning on making this whole map like an actual park, but I actually can make it a park. So because over here we have another helipad for our visitor center area, because we technically can't have a pathway that goes from the main entrance over here all the way over here without it like cutting through the enclosures. So I added a helipad over here just for access for the pathways. So again, helipad not accurate, so that's kind of a thing that we kind of had to deal with, um, to just avoid some of the areas with making the park, or if you wanted to make that park actually usable. Um, So this is like one of the important things with the save file. If you guys don't have the save file, or if you guys are using console, you guys won't have access to multiple helipads. So your park will be not, you know, usable or not usable. It will not be functional. Functional. It will not be functional. God, sorry, I'm running off of no sleep right now. But yeah, your park will not be functional unless you decide to not put the helipad here and just put the helipad here. Um, but yeah, you should be able to move these around too. Yeah, so you can move around the helipads that are already placed if you download the save file. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is in this episode we are going to make our road from the helipad all the way to right here, and then we're going to work on the visitor center area. Okay, so this is going to be really easy. I actually don't have a picture of it, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making that like scene where they're on their way to the brachiosaur enclosure and they're along the mountainside, like the dirt mountainside. So with the dirt mountainside with the rocks and everything. Okay, so what we're going to do for that though is we're going to actually bring this out a bit because it is raised, like on a cliff or something. So we do want this to be raised as well. Okay. And then let's just follow the outside border. You might want to increase the radius on this. Okay. And then we could have it go right here. Okay. So we can have this go. Perfect. Okay. So this is kind of annoying right here. This little tuck is right here. If we can't get rid of it with the trees, yeah. So we're just gonna have to add by to it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to flatten it to this point and just have it have a little dip. Okay, smooth this out a bit. Have it go down, but that's okay. Okay, and we can have this. Let's not have that one go up yet. Okay, have this one go here, and then we can go up right here. Okay. And then we want to add our jungle right here as a natural barrier, so the vehicles just don't dart across for some reason, because apparently they love to do that. Yeah, and then it goes back up here. Okay, and then let's try to make this cliff as sharp as possible, which I don't really think we're gonna be able to. But in the meantime, we can also just increase the size of this area right here. So we could increase the mountain over here. Okay, just to have that backing wall. Okay, this is something that I did in the what if Jurassic World or Park survived. This is something that I did for this. I did something similar to this. But I was using mods at the time, so you know, not really legit. Okay, so we have this one going down. It's okay, and then we could have our trees go up there. Have our trees go down here. Okay. And then I don't have a picture of it. I couldn't find a picture of it, so I'm probably just gonna go through the movie and try to get a picture of it. But what I'm going to do is I'm gonna place some trees down right here to kind of transition it from the barrier right here to go around here and then have the mountain right here. Okay, so I'm gonna place trees more on the top of it to kind of hide the fact that it kind of dips a bit in the back because of the borders. So I'm gonna try to do that a little bit. Okay. I think that looks alright. We can have this kind of have it a forest still, like on that side. And then this is when it becomes rocky or whatever. Okay, so we can get our paint and then we can get our rock. If you want, you can turn off the what is it, contour lines. It is in settings, accessibility. No, it's not. It's in gameplay, isn't it? Yes, in gameplay. Okay, turn off the second option if you have it on. Okay, so when I paint, you guys won't be seeing the contour lines. I usually use the contour lines to tell me like which, like how like I want to go with the trees. In this scenario, I'm not going to use that. So we are going to use. I feel like the rocks are a bit. I feel like the actual rock formation, or the rock texture, is a bit too dark. I remember it being a bit dirty. The mountain. It's more dirt than it was rock. So we're gonna stick with that. Okay. Speaking about dirt though, we are going to increase this pathway all the way to the fence enclosure. Note that you guys can at any time make fun of me for what I'm saying, because I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I'm sorry guys. I kind of procrastinated this video a bit, but I'm trying to get this into editing so I don't procrastinate that and just make this video look kind of bad. I want this video to actually look good when I edit it. Okay. So nice, we have our dirt road. Okay, that our jeeps are going to follow. Okay, I don't think we should use this dirt. I mean, we can along it, like just tap a bit. So I kind of held down on the dark dirt, but we could just keep tapping on the grassy dirt one instead now. So you have a blend of textures. Then we could have it obviously have more of the dirty texture on the cliffside than the actual pathway having it. You might want to mess with it a bit. You want to have it more dirtier when it's attached, or when it's on the side of the cliff, or on the side of the hill right here. You want to also make sure that you do have enough space right here for our vehicles to follow the dirt path, so we don't want it entirely to be the grassy dirt, because the grassy dirt is not where you want the vehicles to be on, because the dirt path kind of shows that the vehicles were on it more. So you kind of just want to take this all the way out that way. Okay. And then we can just fill this entire area up with trees and vegetation if you guys want to. You guys don't have to. I'm just gonna do it because I just feel like it looks better. Then now we can take our rocks and place some rocks, you know, on the side of the cliff. I would suggest not having a ton of big rocks, because the big rocks kind of take away the... It makes it look like the cliff is a bit smaller than it is, actually. Which it is. It's a small little hill. When in the movie, it is a bit bigger. So I'm just gonna say that now before I get you guys in the comment section saying, "Oh, it's not accurate." Yeah, I know. It's a bit bigger in the movie. I know that. Yeah. So we're just gonna add some rocks and stuff. So we just want to kind of guide our vehicles to the fence. So we want to make sure that they know that, oh, rocks, not kind of a good place to go because there's rocks. Why would you want to go near rocks? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna add another big one right here. Perfect. And you can add some on the bottom over here. This flat side kind of looks a little bit weird. So I'm going to add a few rocks over here just to make it look like it's not just too flat. Okay, we're gonna add a few more rocks on this side. Okay, and then we're gonna replace this dirt. Okay. Nice. Take these trees, lowest radius as possible, and then just fill this entire thing up, kind of bringing the trees up onto the top plateau. Okay. Then we can do that right here. We can put some of these trees. So I do believe that these trees are mostly on the side of the cliff as well. We want to make sure that we don't have a lot of vegetation covering this middle pathway, because it kind of removes the fill that there are vehicles that use this path. If there's too much grass, like the tall grass right here, we can just remove it as well. We want to move this one back a bit. We want to move this back a bit. This back a bit. So yeah, it's kind of annoying. But this is where the new trees come in. So you can go to the trees, the decorations, and then you can start, placing your trees because they don't require big chunks of that grass anymore. So we can just add some trees. So that's cool. I like that. That's one of my favorite things about these trees they added. Okay. So cool. We can take our vehicle, we can test it out, see how it looks. Okay, I'm not trying to get copyrighted. I didn't even know that was a thing. There you go. I don't even know if that's copyrightable, but let's not even try to attempt it. Okay. So we have our vehicle. Oh, we could have gone back over there. Who cares? Okay, we have our vehicle, right? Excuse me? What the hell just happened? I just completely rolled going straight. I don't... Okay, apparently, I don't know. I did some, like, Fast and Furious type of stuff there. Okay. So we get to the little mountainy area, and yeah, looks good. It's a bit big. We can kind of do something about that. There's always the easiest solution of this. This is always an easy solution. But it does remove the cliff area that we had before. Obviously we can just, extend the cliff. Like right here. If we wanted to make it a bit closer, Actually, I kind of like that more, honestly. Yeah, because it's more... Hold up, I'm going to use that vehicle again, so let me pause it real quick. Not condensed. It's more like, oh, you have to keep on the pathway or else you're going to fall off. And I kind of like that, actually. Okay, let's go back to the vehicle. And then let's actually use it. Okay, I think these vehicles just have the tendency to just to flip then. I don't remember any of the other vehicles flipping as much. Okay. So when you get up here, ooh, that actually is nicer. Kind of have to stick to the pathway a bit. Kind of need to remove a little bit more, and then you get over here, and then this is where we enter to the brachia enclosure with all the peristyle orifices. Wow. Okay, cool. Again, we have to remove some of the trees. Okay. Not some of the trees, some of the grass. Remove some of the grass, remove some of the grass. I wish there was an option just to not have some of the, like, the grass actually be here. The grass is kind of annoying after a while. I have a feeling the vehicle is not sticking to the path. Oh, it is. Cool. Okay, so we finished this entire area. Actually, we might want to... Right, we can't do that here, so let's see. How far can we go that it's not intoxicating to have vegetation here? Okay, that works. That works. Okay. Nice. Happening here. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is why I add the invisible fences, by the way. With my other builds. Because they like to do some weird stuff. But the invisible fences keep them on track. Okay. So naturally, I should be doing the brachiosaur enclosures next. But that's going to be actually the second video. So what we're going to be working on is our visitor center area. So this is where I actually have pictures. So, what we're going to do is we're going to place our visitor center. And we are going to place it... I actually don't know. This is subject to be moved. So we could honestly go with... I know the Velociraptor pin is supposed to be somewhere right here. So, what we can do is... I mean, I don't want to have this right here. Yeah, I don't want to have this right here. Because it just kind of feels weird. Okay, so before we work on the visitor center area, actually, I want to add a little something. I want to add these signs. So, you know, the Nedry signs, if you want to call them that. So we can, put this sign, like, right about here. Okay, perfect. And then we can put this sign right outside here. Perfect. Okay. Cool. I don't think we need another one of these signs until we get over here. So we're gonna wait to put one of those signs there. Um, hmm. All the lights. Okay, let's do these lights. And then let's just have them around on the outside. So they have like a path to follow, but they know where the edge of the cliff is. I know this isn't in the movie, but I'm just putting this out here just for like a guideline or reference points for the vehicles so they don't just fall off. And I'm not gonna really change their like rotation or anything. I feel like it's just better if they look natural. Okay, so we can do something like that, and then we can do it on this side as well. Yeah, I feel like that should be fine. Okay, now let's go to the visitor area. So, right, we're actually gonna be doing our. Where is it? Raptor paddock first. Okay. Right? Yeah, because I don't know where I'm going to put the visitor center yet. So the Raptor paddock is going to go back here. We are going to rotate it, I believe. This way? I think that way. Okay. And then now we're going to place our visitor center. So our visitor center can go right here. I mean, this seems about right here. Okay. I'm taking a huge guess when it comes to placement of these. Okay. The next thing we want is our bunker. Actually, no, we're gonna do our bunker last, because we're gonna actually work on the visitor center area over here. So, what we have for our pathway is we need to have an attraction. So we're gonna have a park tour. And since the first thing we see with the park vehicles, with the tour vehicles, is that they go across like that. So we want them to have that same rotation. So, I believe they come out the right side. So we're gonna have to have this kind of facing out this way. Okay, so we're gonna have this right here. Okay. And then we're going to have our concrete tour paths. Okay. So there's not actually a pathway in front of the visitor center. It's just the concrete path. Because what I'm guessing is that they either didn't make it yet, or they were planning on using the concrete path as an actual path as well with the vehicles. I don't know how well that would have been in the actual process of it. But right now, let's just stick with what they had planned. Okay. Have this kind of go out a bit. Okay. When it comes to the front of this, it doesn't particularly go like around it. It goes to the front, goes straight, kind of curves, I think. Like it does a small curve. So let's just do the smallest curve we can possibly do. And then it goes out, right? Am I correct about that? It goes out. So we can take Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oops. We can take the normal tour track and then drag this one out. Okay, and then we can connect these two. Like so. Okay, perfect. I know that in the movie the distance between here and here is not that distance, but we're just gonna have to live with that because that's just how it's gonna be. But right here, this is where we put our lake. So our lake is going to... Do we know the shape of the lake? I couldn't find a picture of the lake. Okay, so I'm literally watching the movie right now. We're in parts of the movie to figure out what we're doing. So I'm right. Okay, so the lake is a bit like this. Okay, so it kind of goes out, then it has like this weird in point right here. Then it goes over here. It's not really a lake; it's more of a pond. And it's small. I was gonna make it huge, but it's actually really small. Okay. And then we can like have it more like that. Okay, perfect. Now it looks like there's like the dirty grass, the dirt grass up to it. So we're gonna apply it as our base. So we're just gonna apply it so there's not the normal grass left. So it's just gonna be like, you know, this dirt grass. And then we're gonna take our dirt, and then we're just gonna tap a few until like you can actually see it. So we want that texture there from the dirt grass, but we still want the kind of dirt color. So this is blending. This is something they introduced in this game. In the first game, it wasn't really there, because the things would override each other. Okay, so we're just gonna keep on tapping. It's a process. There's something like this in art, I believe. It's called like, is it beignet? Beignet dots? Totally not the same thing, but kind of like, you know, the same concept. You just tap, tap, tap. You don't like draw lines or anything. It's really cool. It's like the Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse. Is that what it is? It's like that movie's art style. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it here too. On this side. We're not going to do much on this side, but we're just going to do it up to the point where it goes next to the path. Yeah. So we want to not have it like just randomly cut off at the path. So we're just going to have it on that side as well. And we're going to have it on this side of the visitor center as well. Since it's not like actual concrete. Looking back at the movie, I feel like Jurassic Park was not built for a lot of people. I feel like it was built for like at least, I want to say like 300 people. 200 people at max capacity. I mean, they did have multiple rides. They just didn't show them. I wish we could be doing roller coasters and everything as well, but we can't. Okay, so we got that, and we are going to take our forest and just put it in the back. Straight up put it in the back. We're not gonna worry about it. We're not gonna worry about what's behind here or whatever. We're just gonna take our forest and put it in the back. Okay. Cool. Now, what we can do is we can take some of our shrubs and put them inside here. I should probably, okay, want to look for the ones that kind of look like lily pads. I feel like I was gonna say I feel like ground leaf should be that, but it doesn't really work that good. I mean, we can have a mix of things honestly in here. We just want to have that effect that there's vegetation in the water and it's not just, you know, water. Yeah. Cool. And we should get rid of a little bit because there's not a lot in the footage or in the picture that I'm showing you guys. Speaking of the picture, I need to take a screenshot of the picture. Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Now what we can do is, I don't see any rocks. I see ducks. I don't see any rocks though. What we're going to do is we're gonna go to decorations, go to our trees, and then we're gonna place down our trees. So there are a lot of trees. Move this tree a little bit. Yeah, there are a ton of trees. There are literally a ton of trees. Okay, let's go back to this picture. There's no trees in this open part. But I know that there are some back here, so let's do this. Okay. I'm gonna go back like 10 seconds. Movie. Okay, cool. So up until like right here, there are some trees. Okay. Not a lot of trees, but there are some trees, and we want to kind of give it some randomness, so we don't want to place like the exact same trees the entire time. But we can go back to this tool, and behind it, we can place these trees. Nice. Okay. Cool. And then there is some trees over here. We're not gonna use the tool. We're gonna use decorations again. There are. They are kind of like these trees, to be honest. It's a mix of like the banana bananas and everything. It's just there's a lot of them. So I don't know how we're gonna replicate that with the limited tools that we have. I mean, there's not like this big tree, so I want to stick away from that. But there's just a ton of these smaller plants, and we can't really put them if there's one of these restraints. What we can do. No, that wouldn't work. Never mind. No, we can't put some of these bigger trees. Okay. We can do some bushes. Hold up. No, we don't have like some vegetation, like some actual bush vegetation, which is kind of annoying, but um I mean, we can do something like that. It does look like that a bit. Well, except this is kind of not as prominent. There is a big tree there, but it's like, it works. Because we still have to take into consideration this area right here is not what this looks like. We'll do that right in a bit. But right now we're focused on this. So we kind of have this area fill in. Okay. Cool. Next place we need to go to though is our Velociraptor pin. So let's actually delete this. That was just basically used as a reference point. We're not going to really worry about that right now. But we are going to go back to it. We're going to get it. And so we want to put it... We want to put it like right here, actually. Because you can see that it was like up against a mountain. There is a mountain right here. Okay. Alright. So we can put our sand around it. Again, if I miss anything in this video, guys, please comment so I can add it in the future videos. Remember, that constructive criticism is allowed. Just don't be a dick about it. Just comment and I'll see it and I'll add it to the next video and I'll say thank you. Okay. Perfect. So add some of these trees, right? There's not a lot of trees behind it, but unfortunately we can't really do much about the sizing of the trees. There is a rock formation. Not a rock formation, but like a hill behind it. So we can do something with that. There's definitely like a hill over here. I know that. I can see that in the picture. So, build that here. And then we could have some of our... Well, the vegetation that's right here isn't really vegetation. It's not really trees or anything. It's like the shrubbery. I wish there was a way just to have the shrubbery instead of the actual trees. I feel like if that's something, I feel like that's the only thing that I really require. Like everything else is alright. They've really actually done well with the game in the last updates. Yeah. I think our only thing left to do is to put a few rocks around. Paint the edges a bit to make it look like, you know, it has like some sort of thing on the outside. And user decorations. So again, we're gonna stick with these, and we're just gonna place a lot of these. So I'm just gonna place a ton of these. Again, random. I'm not really gonna give a tutorial on how to place this randomly. I'm just placing them randomly. You can follow what I do, or you can do what you want. I'm just gonna place random. Okay. Cool. We have some of these trees in the background. Okay. Oh, that's okay. Okay. And then the next thing we have to do is our shelter area. Um, so we are actually going to be using, I believe it's the level 2 fence. Yeah, the level 2 fence for this. But before we do that though, we want to build our shelter. So I would honestly use this, but it doesn't really look like that. It more looks like this building. Wait, I thought it did. Hold up. Am I just hallucinating? Huh. Guess I'm wrong. I know they used to have a shelter that looked like the one in the movie. In the first game. I don't know why they didn't bring it back for the second one. I mean, I guess we can just use this, to be honest. I mean, not much we can really do with it, to be honest. But now that we have everything we want built, let's finish up doing some of the forestation. Okay, so this is where like this is where they run through the forest. Okay. And this area is generally open. So I'm gonna cut down on the trees back here a bit. Okay, I'm gonna place some of these trees back here, because in the picture you can actually see that there are some of those trees back there. Thing is, they're not visible because they're higher, so we're just gonna do a little hill, and then boom, there we go. It's perfect. It's honestly perfect. Okay. Right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and have this go outward a bit until it reaches there. Then have this one go right here. And then have this go here. So you can't see the helipad. Because the helipad isn't really supposed to be there. Okay. Now, we have our main area done, to be honest. Oh, actually, no, we don't. We have to do our gate. It's our gate. Our gate should be one of the easier things to do. All it needs is some dirt instead of the grassy dirt. Okay. We might actually use a level 2 radius one. Okay. And I want to do some shrubbery as a base. Okay. And we want to go to decorations, we go to our plants, and then we want to just place a lot of these on the sides. Okay, again, random stuff, you know. I'm not going to tell you what you need, I'm just going to place them. Now that's what's left to do is we want to place some of the trees. Um, we might remove some of the stuff that we've done. So we're just doing a smaller vegetation out here. Let's remove this tree right here. Okay. Now what we want to do, I want to bring this one out a bit more. Not that much. I want to remove that one tree. Okay. I want to bring this out a bit more. This is where our pathway is going to collide with the other gate the vehicles go through. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. And then we're gonna do some more forest on this side. Just a bit, not too much. Okay. Now this is when we start purging some stuff. So let's purge that one, purge that one, purge that tree. Okay, I feel like there's too much of these banana plants. I don't know what they... Oh, there might be banana plants, but they're classified as bushy trees. Okay. We can honestly add some of these. This tree right here is gonna really annoy me. This one tree that's right there. Okay. Is that what it looks like? Yeah. Honestly, the most effort that I put in the Jurassic Park gates in some of my other videos. Or some of my other videos, sorry. Alright, perfect. So we want to have this part is filled in, I guess. We're worried about the tour itself later on, like the pathing for the tour. Because I'm gonna set up a whole video for that by itself. But for right now, what we want to do is we want to create some pathways. So we're just gonna use our standard path. This is where it might annoy you. You guys don't have to do this if you guys don't want to. If you guys are fine with this, I'm honestly fine with this. I'm fine with the markers and everything. You can disable them too in the settings. But I kind of just want this part to be functional as well though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and then actually connect it to the visitor center. Okay, so have it like that. And then, fortunately, we can actually have the visitor center be used as a proxy to connect it to the tour. Okay. One of the things I might want to do though with the tour is I want to have the entrance kind of hidden like that. Okay. We can just add a bunch of trees here. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now we can just add this one as well. Again, you guys don't have to do this if you guys don't want to. I'm doing it just because I want the park to be functional. I know most builds don't require the park to be functional. I just want the park to be functional in my build. Again, you don't have to do this if you guys don't want to. Yeah. And it's the small things. It's a small thing, so you don't have to really worry about it. You can skip over if you need to, or if you want to. Okay? And then what we're gonna do is, since I have my pathway, I'm gonna extend the sand to the pathway. and kind of on the outside. Okay, so we're just gonna fill this whole entire area with sand then. Okay, so we have this with the vegetation in the back. We have this where we actually need to work on this a little bit more. There are a ton of trees on the outside. That was not the trees. There are a ton of trees. And then we could just have palm trees on the insides. Okay. I would add, if they added fallen trees, I would have added a fallen tree. Unfortunately, they don't have fallen trees. Without mods. Yeah. So there's that. Nice. This whole thing looks nice. But yeah. Anyways, guys, that's actually it for this video. We made our tour, we made our, not our tour, sorry. We made our main area, our main visitor area. Then we made our little beginning route of the, helicopter revival point tour thing. And then the rest we're gonna do later. So this is gonna actually be a big project. I don't know if it's gonna be as big as Jurassic World, but it's gonna definitely be big. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to subscribe. Comment if I missed anything. Comment if you guys want to see anything in particular. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye guys.